Remedies for Life. I'm David Cummings, also known as Healthy Dave. It's all about natural health measures to live a healthy life, along with alternative remedies to help you avoid sickness, heal your ailments, and maintain a youthful state. We believe that eating the right balance of natural fruit and veggies, along with a healthy lifestyle, can negate the need for over 90% of medicines and treatments on offer today. So how can we help you? Hopefully by promoting good, simple health and living principles that you can apply in everyday life. Enjoy. Well, today's show is all about the up-and-coming programs, the future shows, the ins and outs, and the natural principles of health. The breakdowns of food and what they can really do for the body, generally just plain old good health. We will explore the natural foods as they opposed to be packed into the processed foods. We'll compare the two. We will delve into the wonders of the healing properties of the signature foods, fruit and veggies, and how that they can remove sickness and disease when targeted in the right manner. We want to talk about it and open up the truth to enable others to see that the ancient ways that we used to work with still work today. By sharing this information, we hope that people will have the chance to take control of their life and live a healthy life and avoid sickness. In today's fast-paced world, it is important to take control. It is important to take care of your family in the best possible way, and including the best diet and the best lifestyle. And that is what My Health and Living is all about. And the format of the show is going to be very similar to this one, with our introduction, our discussion, content, and a talk with a guest, or maybe two. A discussion on content or a talk with our guest, the tip of the week, the fun challenge section, maybe some caller questions and answers. Then we'll close off, and it's going to be just a lot of fun and be very informative. The lineup for the show over the coming weeks may include many topics and guests, including these things, and that is the basic health and food elements, the principles of health, the relationship of foods and the signatures that each of these foods have to your body. We intended to reveal the natural cures and ailments to disease such as asthma, ADHD, diabetes, sunburn, eczema, and many, many others. Some of the guests will include naturopaths, chiropractors, doctors, health practitioners, masseurs, acupuncturists, health experts, and just plain old people like you and me. Now, we are not medically trained doctors or health professionals, but we are health advocates that believe in the ancient measures that used to work and still work today, and methods that have worked for millennia, in fact. And we see the results of these great health practices that they can make a real difference. With countless evidence of the natural ways actually working, we are proud to share that the natural remedies for life. It's funny, really. You don't have to be professionally trained in whatever to talk about this or that, or to live properly and embrace health. While we don't give advice to people, we can certainly share our opinion. But just as you can, and we can certainly talk about it, talk about the old remedies that have worked for many, many others in the past, and will continue to work so in the future. Now, we'll be right back after this very short message.
Drop the pounds the easy way. Shape your abs with minimal effort. Mike Geary's method works. You can have abs like this with minimal effort.
Absolutely amazing. It's been simple to follow, and bottom line, I'm losing weight and losing the belly fat.
I'm really happy with the purchase that I've made, and I'm seeing a great improvement already over the last couple of weeks that I've had.
So download the shocking true secrets about abs for free.
The best ab exercise in the world is no ab exercise. Now, that may come as a total shock to you. There is a time and place for ab exercises done correctly, for sure. Look at what I'm talking about. Great lines of tasteful muscle tone, where most people carry those rolls of flab.
So download the free report on nutrition and training guide for free. So go to www.whathealthfood.com/getbetterabs.
It's exciting to talk about natural foods and your health in general, because your eyes are opened. You get to see things that others can't see. Now here are some of the specific shows that we will be covering this year. Sweets and sugars steal calcium. Celery is not useless after all. Raw carrots grant you what? Product review is eye drops. Highly recommended books on the healing benefits of raw foods. Can whole foods heal disease? Trans fats, monosaturated fats, and polyunsaturated fats. Which one and why? What happens if you eat too much meat? Is red meat evil? Are the unclean foods listed in the Bible bad for you? Product review is salami. What is the right food balance? The dangers of marshmallows and gelatin. Remove moles and warts naturally. Why does an apple a day keep the doctor away? What happened if you disagree with your doctor? Product review, antiperspirants and deodorants. Too much aluminium is very, very, very bad. How to stop profusely sweating naturally. How to detox heavy metals from our system. I don't want to be a vegetarian, but what if I only want to eat meat, let's say once a week? Product review, salad dressing. 5 steps to best abs. Food and fitness. Why should I exercise every day? 7 days on raw food. The benefits of juicing for the skin, juicing and energy levels, and much, much, much more. We've got so much packed into this year, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we hope you can join us along the way. We want the whole show to be fun, and we want to talk about your health. So, if you have a health question or a topic that you'd like us to talk about, please drop us an email or a comment. Just remember that you can always follow our work at myhealthandliving.com or youtube.com/healthydavec, or even at pinterest.com/healthydave. Or you can always phone up and just be part of the show. You know, all too often we rely on packaged foods to get us through, but what about the healthy alternative? What about going down to your fruit stop or your fruit shop, the markets, the fresh farm markets, and buying something straight off the farmer? These are the types of foods which you should be snacking on daily. If you graze on these foods all through the day, instead of having one big meal, you can really truly help yourself. Health is a lifestyle. It's a choice. It's not a hard, arduous task. It's just something that you do through life. Just like drinking a glass of water. Good healthy water, very, very good for you. If you do this often, you'll have a great life. And great health to boot. So I recommend looking at your health, looking at the food intake, and making the most of it. It is a journey, and it is a great lifestyle. Don't make it a harder task than what it really is. It's all about your health and living. I want to do the right thing by my body and live as healthy as possible. After all, if we look after our body, it will look after us. Okay, now it's time for this week's trivia question, and that is, what food looks like the human brain? And we'll reveal the answer in next week's show, and I'm hoping you'll get it. Right, back to the content. Now, as we go through our normal daily activities, what do we think of? We go shopping, we go working, we go play. But what do you do to plan for these activities? Do you actually plan for a healthy lifestyle? And that is that you think ahead. Do you really plan the fact that you're going to get stuck in the middle of a shopping centre with nothing else to eat except some junk food? Or do you consider that there must be healthy alternatives? And you make a decision before you go. And that is that if you get stuck where there's nothing else around, that you can find a salad bar, or you can find a sandwich bar, or you can just take some fruit and vegetables. One thing I like to do, which is quite strange by many others, however it's quite normal for me, and that is that you take some fruit and veggies, whether it be a carrot, some mushrooms, a bag of string beans, just some general fruit like apples, oranges, mandarins, bananas, even a carrot. And you get stuck in these places, but there's nothing wrong with that because you know that you've always got your fruit supply or your vegetable supply. Now, sometimes apples don't fill you up and you always seem to feel hungry afterwards. You've got to consider what are the lower GI foods, the glycemic index foods which help fill you up, which aren't exactly bad for you. And that is maybe a sweet potato. I really love raw sweet potato or raw corn. If you just peel it back and literally just grab the cob and start chewing on the cob, that is a great filling meal. Just raw, straight out of the cob, no problems whatsoever. Another great filling meal when you're stuck in the middle of nowhere can be just some mushrooms. Just plain old button mushrooms. They're really, really good. They fill you up rather quickly and they don't digest so quickly either, which means you stay full a little bit longer. And that's why I mentioned corn, sweet potato and mushrooms. They are both low GI foods and they really, really help fill you up for a while, which keeps you going during your busy day. Now I mentioned snacks like string beans, even peas, carrots, and fruit and veggies along the way. It's so much fun just to whip out this piece of fruit or vegetable and just go munching on it. No preparation whatsoever needed, just literally whip it out and start chewing. Now I've done this at my workplace occasionally and I do get a few strange looks. I think they're starting to get used to me a little bit now. But the good thing is that I know I'm healthy and I don't get sick. When a few people come around me and it's flu season or it's the cold season in the winter time, they've got colds and flus. I haven't got it. Now there's a reason for that, and it's not just because I eat the right foods. It's a matter of looking after yourself and applying the great health principles as you go through your life as well. And we'll get into this a lot later on through the shows. I want you to consider your own health and lifestyle as you're going along. Don't be afraid to eat the right healthy foods and worry about what other people think. It is a matter of looking after yourself and doing it properly. Your friends and family, or even the strangers around you, will get very, very used to you doing what you do, and there won't be any concern about it later on. You might get a few strange looks at first, whipping out a piece of corn or a few raw mushrooms here and there, but don't worry, because it's just normal after the first few times. It is very good for you as well, and you do feel a lot better afterwards. Now, if you do pull out a packet of Smith's Crisps and you pop the bag open and you start munching on them, all these trans fats later on will fill you up instantly. They'll digest very quickly and you'll feel a little bit gluggy and sickly afterwards. That is not a good feeling. Do the same with some string beans or other fruit and veggies, just like I mentioned before, and you will carry on during the day feeling so much better and so much more alive. Don't forget, these foods I mentioned are living foods and they are so much more better for you. We're so excited about the shows coming up and how we can help you just by talking about these things. My Health and Living is all about discussing these things, talking about them, and making other people aware that fresh fruit and veggies and living a healthy lifestyle is so much more fun, so much more enjoyable, and I really hope you can get something out of it. And next week we want to talk about the major differences between natural foods and packed foods, or packaged foods. Now that is very, very exciting. I hope you can join us. Thanks very much for listening. I'm Healthy Dave from myhealthandliving.com.